A year after the fall of Mosul, 10 months after the start of coalition airstrikes, and the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant continues its march across Iraq, taking over the key city of Ramadi. U.S. President Barack Obama explains the setbacks by saying the Iraqi government isn't doing enough to recruit their own troops to be trained by the U.S., specifically the Sunni population. So now the U.S. says it will open a new training facility. The U.S. already operates 4 facilities in Iraq, but the location of this one is important. It's in Taqadum in Anbar province.
To be blunt about it, by training, opening this training mission essentially in the neighborhood where we want these Sunni tribal fighters to fight, we can make it easier for them to get training and equipment in Anbar province and then go carry out the fight in Anbar province. That by shrinking that distance, and we can hopefully make it easier for the Abadi government to recruit those fighters.
U.S. officials say another benefit of this base is they'll be able to arm the Sunnis directly, although they stress they'll do it in consultation with the Iraqi government. But there are many critics in Washington who say the president isn't doing enough.
We have one commander-in-chief at a time. That's the President of the United States. And he has no strategy, as he admitted himself, much less an overarching strategy to take on ISIL and the other terrorist threats that we face in the Middle East.
Some are pushing the president to put special forces on the ground so they could direct airstrikes. That's important, especially when fighting inside cities. But the White House says that isn't on the table right now.
I think the president has put himself in a bit of a box. And the box is because he has said no boots on the ground. And so anytime you put people, aside from planes flying over, when you put people on the ground, even if they're in the way of providing forward air support, you're effectively putting boots on the ground. And so I think the president has kind of trapped himself in a position, and therefore he's reluctant to do this.
Instead, the White House says their strategy of training Iraqi troops will work after 10 months, insisting it'll just take more time. How much time? That they won't say. Patty Culhane, Al Jazeera, Washington.